the door stays closed. So every time it comes here, it says, it was closed, it's still closed. It was closed, it's still closed. It was closed, it's still closed. So it was true, it is still true. The counter is doing nothing. Okay? Nothing happens. Now, somebody opens the door. So it was true, now it goes false. The switch goes open. Right, let's open it. Now the switch is open. The moment it opens, it says, okay, so what? The door is open. It's doing nothing. Now that door stays open. So every time it says false, 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 the switch is open, open, open. If it is false and it stays false, the counter is doing nothing. So counters don't work. They do nothing. But now, somebody comes in and closes the door. The moment he closes the door, then plus 1 on accumulator. It adds 1 on the accumulator. So every time that door closes, it will add 1. Now here is my first question, not an question, but just a test question. I open the door, I close it, it adds 1. Open it, close it, adds 1. I open it, 2 people walk in, close it. How many did it add? 1. It doesn't count the number of people coming in, it counts the number of times that switch closes. Okay? So, every time that switch closes, this accumulator will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, here's the next question I want to ask you. It comes to 67. Now somebody comes in, close the door. What happens on the accumulator? Does it go to 68 or does it go to 0? It adds 1. So it goes to 68. Now this is equal to the preset. Now the dn becomes a 1 because it's equal to the preset. Okay? Now somebody else comes in. What happens? Will it stay on 68? Will it go back to 0? Or will it go to 69? What do you think? 69. What do you think? 0. What do you think?
1.
Huh?
I think 0. 1.
Read this. The accumulator showed the true count. What is the true count? 69. So this will go to 69, 70. Etc. Okay? Because it shows the true value. Now, what is the reason for putting a value of 68 there if it just carries on? Let me explain that. I can have an instruction which operates somehow the output. And this I can use C5 55 /DN. That means when this done becomes a 1, that will close that output will come on, will get power. That output can operate a lock on the door, so nobody can come in after 68. Or it can just put on a light here, so that I'm standing here, I see the light comes on. Somebody else comes in, I can tell that person immediately, sorry sir, madam, all the seats are taken, you'll have to stand. But I've got a warning because of the done. It's used in things like car parks. Have you ever been to a parking garage and it says parking full and you cannot go in, the gate will not open and give you a ticket? Who's seen that? Come to a parking area and there's a sign that says parking full. Especially in Joburg, you get it a lot. Parking full. Because there are space for 400 cars, they've put 400 there. When there are 400 cars inside, parking is full, cannot issue another ticket. Sign comes on to say to everybody, don't try the gate because parking is full. Okay. So we can use the done to operate something. Right, this is now the last question on this one. If this can go to 70, 80, 100, how can I get it back to 0? How can I get it back to 0 if I want to make it 0 again, to start over? What do you think? Look at the drawing. What will make it back to 0? The reset. So, if true, then accumulator equals 0. If the reset condition is true, the accumulator will be 0. Just one interesting thing. If you close that reset switch and you leave it closed, what will happen? The counter will not be able to work. Why not? Because it's going to say, add 1, make it 0. Add 1, make it 0. Add 1, make it 0. So that reset condition can only be switched on and off. You cannot leave it on because the counter cannot work if it's on, because it's going to keep on resetting. Does it make sense? Right. Here's the question. Sketch a CPU. Explain all the components and the operation. You can explain the operation like this, or you can explain the operation in words. In the book it is given in both ways. In words. What is the operation in words? Every time the condition changes from false to true, it will add 1 on the accumulator. All other condition changes will result in no action. Have you got it? Any questions on a CPU? People, this is just plain theory. It's the beginning of chapter 5. You're on chapter 4 still. That's still, there's chapter 5. So, there is the counter we've done so far. But there's no, the writing is not there, which I did add on. Now, there is a second counter. There are three, but let's first look at the second one. The second one is called a CTD, which stands for count down. Count down, CTD. Then this will be CD for count down. The rest is exactly the same. In the operation, all you will have is -1 on the accumulator. That is the only difference. Three things. CTD. CD count down. -1 on the accumulator. So how does it work? If it starts from 0, it's going to count -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. If I press reset, it goes back to 0. And then it counts -1, -2, -3. So it's just counting negative. Now I've got an interesting question. If everything is the same as it is in the board, so the preset is still 68, when will this done become a 1? When will the done become a 1? What is the condition for the 1 to become a done? The 1. If the accumulator is equal to or bigger than the preset. Now in the CTD, when will that happen? When will the accumulator be bigger or equal to the preset? If it is a count down. Yes? Yeah, when will that happen? If what value is on the accumulator? -68. Is -68 equal to 68? No, it's not. So that's not the correct answer. I can see in some people's minds that you've got the answer, but you don't want to give it to me because you think it's wrong. When will it become a 1?
When you start.
Yes?
When you
Sorry?
When you press the start button, or when it start.
No, there's no start button there.
Okay, I mean like where they in.
Is 0 bigger than 68? No. When will it become a 1? Yes? When you reset, the accumulator goes to 0. 0 is not bigger than 68. Huh? From 0 it's going -1, -2, -3. Listen, I'm going to shout it very quickly. The answer is never! Why not? Because it starts from 0 counting negative. It can never reach 68. Huh? What will happen if I change that to -5? The preset. Then when it's 0, the done is on. -1, the done is on. -2, the done is on. -5, the done is on. -6, done goes off. Because the rule is, accumulator must be equal to or bigger than the preset. Okay. So, a down counter on its own doesn't really have a job. You've seen it, we use the down counter where? In the rail delivery system. There we use the down counter. But a more appropriate use of the down counter is in this one. And that's the last one. We look at what is called an up-down counter. An up-down counter. Now, an up-down counter has got let me first sketch it. CTU, CTD. Up condition, down condition. Address, preset, accumulator. Address, preset, accumulator. CU, DN. CD, DN. The explanations. Preset is the final value, final count value. But it is the same there and there, final count value. Accumulator is the current true value. It's there, it's there. CU is count up. Which is one if up is true. CD is count down. Which is one if down is true. DN is done, which is one if the accumulator bigger equal to preset. And that is the same here. There are two doors here. Each door has got a magnetic switch. If I use this to say people can come in here but they must leave here, then that switch is. So where will it change? Both. So if a car comes in, it's going to change. 1, 1. It's going to show it on both. Right? Now another car comes in. 2, 2. Another one comes in. 3, 3. Now one is leaving. What happens now? Now this condition changes from false to true. It must subtract 1. So that goes back to 2. So this accumulator is not showing how many cars came in. It's showing how many are inside at the moment. Right. So that is, if they are coming in, coming in, coming in. When there are 300 in, I can use the done. There are no 2 dones, it's just 1 done. It's 2 pictures of it. There are not 2 different accumulators, it's just 1 accumulator. Okay. There are no 2 presets, it's 1 preset. It's just 2 pictures of the same thing. That's all. Now when the moment there are 300 cars inside, that's when I will lock the incoming gate and put the sign up, parking full. When one leaves, the sign goes off, the gate will issue another ticket. What people are quite often doing, this is just practical, it's not what is the true situation, it's just practical. There is space for 300 cars in your parking garage. But instead of putting the preset on 300, you're putting the preset on 310. Because you don't want to lose money. Every time a car cannot come in, you lose money, isn't it? Because it's somebody that's going to pay for parking that is now going past, trying to find another parking area. So, the reasoning is, there may be people that's finished shopping, they are going to their car, they're going to leave now, but they haven't left yet. They're still inside the parking area, but they are busy driving out. So I don't want to block people from coming in. So even if they're not out yet, I allow another car to come in. I can't make it 400, because then people are going to complain. There will never be 100 people moving around. But there can be 2, 3, 4, 5 people moving around, busy going out, not out yet. So I just jumble that. Count the preset, make it slightly bigger so that I don't lose money. Quite often they put 2 counters on. They put an up-down counter, which is operating the light and the gate, but they also put a normal CPU. That normal CPU at the end of the day will show you how many cars came in the whole day. The up-down shows you how many are inside now. So this one that's just the CPU will show you how much money you've made. This one you will have to reset at the end of every day. Sometimes they put a third one on, again a CPU. Every time this done comes on here, they put that done to operate the CPU. It shows you how many times the parking garage was full. If it happens a lot, you will say, hey, How can I expand here? I'm losing money. If it happens 1 or 2 times a day, you're happy. If it never happens, hey, I better think of making my parking garage smaller and take some space and hire it out to somebody else. I don't never get 300 cars coming in here. Okay, now, last couple of very interesting questions. They sometimes use this at security areas. Like for instance, a big security shop or a big office block where they allow people to go in through one door, another door, go out. So they use an up-down counter. The reason is, if there is a fire inside the building, when the fire brigade arrives there, what's the first question they're going to ask security? How many people are inside? This accumulator will show how many people are inside. They use it in banks. Go in through one door, go out through another door. It shows you how many customers are inside. Some shops are using it. Now here's my question. If it's used in a shop, before security locks the door at the end of the day, what do they want to see on this accumulator? They want to see 0. All the customers that came in left the shop. Now I've got 2 questions. One day security comes there and they see a 1. What's the first thing they think of? There's somebody hiding in the shop. Let's go search for that person. They find nobody. How is that possible? Right. The one possibility is staff is using a separate door. But the staff member used the customer door to come in. But he left through the staff door. So he was added coming in, but not subtracted going out. That leaves 1 on the accumulator. But now, one day, they come there, they check, they see -1. How is that possible? Just the opposite. The staff member came in through the staff door, but left through the customer door. So he was not counted coming in, but counted going out. There's another way in which this can happen, but it can only happen to a lady. It cannot happen to a man. To men. It can only happen to ladies. Come in, carrying a child. Now, if it's a man, you come in, you carry a child, you know what you want to buy, you go to the rack, you take what you want to buy, you go and pay for it, and you leave. So it's 1 coming in, 1 going out, because you're still carrying the child. Right? But if it's a lady, you carry the child coming in, so it only counts 1 coming in.